Yes.
Singing the chorus. So singing stimulates a tiny organ in the ear called the sacculus, which is linked to the part of the brain that registers pleasure. Singing the chorus of a favourite song will activate deep breathing.
Oh, we like that.
Raises your oxygen level and instinctively relaxes the brain.
We don't talk about Bruno. We've been doing that all week. I don't know why.
We're just singing
if you've been
about
watching Encanto, you'll know exactly why that is. What was the other one? You got some.
Oh, the other one. Do you ever make to-do lists?
If I've got loads to do, I will, yes, but not
Because
normally.
as you tick off a neurotransmitter in your brain, the feelings of accomplishment and satisfaction will make your mood improve too. Although digital lists on your phone or whatever, I found them quite dissatisfying because as you take one off, you add another one, so they're never over.
I did last time I went to the supermarket. I did have a list on my phone, and each time I picked something up off the shelf, I took it off. So it's quite nice to get it.
Quite satisfying.
Yeah.
You see, that's the difference. You're the glass half full.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. There was one item on there I couldn't find for ages. I need to get rid of it. Dogs. Pet owners may be inadvertently hurting their dogs by buying them snow boots. Just in case you're wondering, here's a dog in some snow boots. There it is. Dog. There's a dog with snow boots on. Searches for snow boots have gone up by gazillions of percent. Dog booties rose very sharply in the first week of the year. But even though, Nina, they are extremely fashionable. Sean McCormack wrote in the magazine Dogs Today, which is a very good magazine, dogs find it extremely difficult to adapt to wearing boots as they make their paws heavier and they restrict movement. And you should know that a dog's paw pads are the toughest skin on the entire body of a dog. They can withstand snow or frozen ground. But the advice is, if they do get a bit dry, maybe the skin would benefit from a little pampering, and just put a bit of petroleum jelly on those paws to prevent cracking.
A little pooch pedicure.
Yeah, there you go. But you don't need dog boots. There you go.
Winnie doesn't have boots, does she?
No. Or we've got fur to keep warm and boots.
The natural way.
Yeah, the natural way. Right, that is what's happening in some of the papers today. If you're watching breakfast, it's Wednesday morning, it's 22 minutes past 6.
Now, on this day in 1970, a British child vanished from a beach in Australia, and the mystery of what happened to 3-year-old Cheryl Grimmer has never been solved.
To mark the anniversary of this unique case, the BBC is launching an 8-part podcast called Fairy Meadow. Let's take a look at the story, told by series presenter John Kay.
And that was the worst defeat for Brentford this season so far as well.
OK. Jane, thank you very much. Lots going on this morning.
There certainly is. Let's check in with Carol and a look at this morning's weather. Hello.
Morning. And Carol, thank you very much. Lots to pay attention to today. Good speech. Carol's going to be back about 7:45 this morning with more.
Yes, she will. 12 minutes past 7 now. In just a few hours, the Prime Minister is expected to face a tough session in the House of Commons as he faces MPs for the first time since reports emerged that he and his wife had attended a Bring Your Own Booze event.
This was in the Downing Street Garden during the first national lockdown back in May of 2020, wasn't it?
That's right. You will have been hearing a lot about it. Let's speak then to Labour's Deputy Leader, Angela Rayner. What do you want to hear from the Prime Minister today?
Well, good morning. And I think the British public are rightly angry and upset about these allegations regarding the Prime Minister's antics at parties when people were in lockdown. It's very simple for me. I've been asking the Prime Minister for the last couple...
From the beginning to the current day and tell it over these 8 parts of Fairy Meadow, yeah.
You see with Ricky, the weight that he still carries all of these years later, he's still that big brother, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just talking to him actually on the phone because the podcast launched globally overnight, so they got it in Australia.
Well, let's hope it goes better than the actual matches.
Do you know what? I'd actually written that down. I hope it goes better than the cricket.
One test left, you never know.
You never know what.
Starts on Friday. Well, you know, three defeats and a draw. Slight improvement. I'm ever the optimist.
Clearly.
And, you know, that's obviously happening in Australia. The tennis is going to start on Monday. And we're still not 100% sure exactly what's going to happen. And, I mean, Sharmi Khalil's been outside the court case. She's been outside the Rod Laver Arena for the last few days. She's going to stay there and try and get to the bottom of what will actually be the outcome of all of this.
And the Australian government can't. So it's a big call to make. And the Australian Open would not be happy about that because obviously Djokovic is such a big money grabber for them because so many people want to come and watch the world number one.
Yeah,
and this is a draw, isn't it?
Yeah, and also this is an event he's won so many times. And with being level on Grand Slams with Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal, if he wins this takes him to 21, which is a huge milestone for him and massive in tennis. So, I mean, it's going to be fascinating to see what happens.
Can you imagine what the crowd will be like if he's out there?
Well, Shane Warne said yesterday he's going to get roundly booed, he feels, by the Australian public.
Yeah, the Australian public certainly